Hello, and we are back. Sorry for the lateness, was having an interesting conversation with a friend over the current difficulties of the United Kingdom. But yep, we are finally ready. Into these. Do. Alright, so, yeah, we leveled, we did some, vendor stuff. We didn't do it. This was just stuff that took place off stream, so we're pretty much the exact same place. We're going back to Footfall. So we can do Jay's quest, even though I don't want to do. Oh, okay, Lord Captain, I've made an important discovery. When you destroyed the creature the mutants called the Sire, I felt it was my duty to investigate how the abomination had made its way onto our ship. Digging through old inventories and archives of trade transaction, I latched onto a single name, Finger of Sorrow. More than 2 centuries ago, the drifting hulk of the vessel was discovered by Lady Theodora's predecessor. It was a lost merchant ship with a hold full of cargo. I was reminded of the 3 sorrowful phalanges mentioned by the twisted creatures. I dare to theorize that this image harkens back to the name of the ship woven to the heretic's belief. A third of the goods were taken from the Finger of Sorrow were sold to the Drushian mission on Footfall for needs of the colonization ark, the Wasteland Wayfarer, bound for the world of Jezapon. A third was taken to Hive Scipion 84 TAC 249 on Dragonis, where the mutiny broke out later, and the final third was left on the flagship. Yep. Alright, so where did the Finger of Sorrow come from? The Calixus sector. Yay. Alright, yeah, are you telling me this is my fucking family's fault? Purely out of ignorance, the creatures probably lurked in the cargo and no one discovered them, or perhaps we know these things can take over minds. They could have dominated, yeah. Yeah, I wish to locate the, alright. Oh, and now we're on the voice ship bridge. Okay, why suddenly on bridge? Because we're going to find this ship, and we're going to blow it the fuck up. Oh, Cassia. Alright. Hello? Please forgive me, my powers are sometimes too insistent in their attempts to break free of my control. Yep, you are doing better. I came to deliver good tidings. I have spoken with the House's navigators to the Atlas of late. I feel that the increasing clarity of how our connection is growing stronger. Despite the dissent in our midst, Hout Orselio has been able to keep a precarious equilibrium, thanks in part to your unexpected arrival on Urak 5 and the resolution of the conflict of the Dragonis reception. Not at all Orselio's... Not at all. But not all Orcelios concur with your decisions, but none can deny the impact that you and no one else have had on the present state of our house, on the house's present state of affairs. There's more I wish to tell you. It is about the visions that I have come to experience at an increasing rate during warp jumps. The same visions come to me again and again and again. It is as if I'm going mad. For you see, these visions are about me, the Atlas, and Tisiphon Orselio, the house's previous novator. I have seen Tisiphon's experiments, the ones that involved the navigators of the Sethala branch, which he was rumored to have destroyed for disobedience. So she didn't. But the visions have told me an altogether different story. One where the Sethalas helped Tisiphon create the Atlas, and they vanished immediately after the experiments were done with. Perhaps I can't... No, I know I can find the way to the palace of the Atlas if I recreate Tisiphon's journey from my visions. A real palace, not the psychophysical illusion in which the Orselio navigators can reach out. I always had a feeling that it truly exists in our world. Now, however, I know it with absolute certainty. Okay? I have been informed that the House of Orselio would soon convene its Grand Council. Would it not be? But yeah. I cannot shake a certain foreboding about the upcoming meeting in the incorporeal palace of the Atlas. Troubling mirages have plagued my mind for many nights now. Voices calling and cursing my name. The more I use the Atlas, the clearer the visions become, and the louder the voices grow, and the further my powers wane. Okay, that's weird. I am certain that all the houses experience the same, for all of us are connected. I sense my family's fear. House Orselio is doomed to perish in the darkness should I fail to discover the reason why the Atlas is weakening, and that reason, I believe, is hidden somewhere in my visions of Tisiphone. Yeah, what makes you so certain? I saw Tisiphone experience epiphany in a dream, just like my visions came to me through our travels to the work. She beheld a planet hidden behind warp storms. The world promised her great powers, so Tisiphone gathered the Septhlethus, her most devout followers, to go on a suicidal journey through the Tempest. I know not the details of what happened on that journey, but it was there that the Septhleths sacrificed themselves for an experiment of some kind. It was there that House Orselio obtained its Starway Atlas. For the first time ever, I have an opportunity to find the answers for the questions my mentor so deftly avoided. Why does Tisiphone choose me? What is the Atlas? Is it true that House Orselio's past is drenched in blood? Please, Yuri, do not snap the tautly drawings during your destiny. My destiny. Journey with me in Tisiphone's wake to the distant star. Yeah, we'll help. We're going to protect our walking war crime, because she is our walking war crime. She and Cabela carried us against fucking gene stealers. And that means she gets what she wants. You know, when she takes on a Nid face to face and says, no, look into my eye, and then they melt them, use good to plan. The house is still watching me, both of the renegades and loyalists. I doubt that any of them will agree, even on a brief armistice for the sake of learning the truth about the Atlas's origin, and I do not wish to see Orselio lose even more life to another fratricidal skirmish. No, I shall go look at the after of our past on our own. Then it's best we go alone. Yeah, seriously, because the other two factions will just try and use it for kill the other. So we'll just go on our own. From what I've been able to glean, we must first travel to the Orselio prophecy system. Odd that it could be historical records are lying, or Keeling Orselio is not to whom the star is named after. Either way, the system from Tisiphone embarked on her journey, and we are going to follow her in her long forgotten footsteps. Okay. Oh yes. Right here, we have the vault. Time to put stuff in the vault. Yep. We're gonna keep that. I want to put that on my desk. I think I'm going to use one of those little floaty skulls. Yes, we'll go with the Archivist. Because I never use the grenades anyways. Come with me, floating book. Oh yes, we'll get a coffee. I didn't want to be mean about it, but whatever. Yeah, double recap. There we go. Mini trophies. Our statue. Paint engine. Should have Maserati in a cage here, but no, I'm not allowed to have Maserati in a cage because I just executed him. Like he deserved. We'll leave Heinrichs and bring Jay. Because it's not a fight, this is something else. This is stealth mechanics in a game which does not have stealth mechanics, i.e. it's jank and broken. Which is one of those reasons about why, you know, we want... And not that Rogue Trader does not have stealth systems. The game actually does have stealth systems, just not this version of the game, okay? The tabletop variant does have stealth. This does not. Okay. Oh, that's right. Jay is twin blading it now because she is. Welcome to the Thieves, Kingdom of Thieves, Killers, Smugglers, Shireen. All the finest goods of footfall, every last one of them have passed through these tunnels. As I before, Falco's jackals are patrolling every nook and cranny of this as-I-cursed place. See those scumbags over there? We need to avoid them and not draw any attention to ourselves, or else we might dump a pile of grok shit all over our plan. We have a plan? Oh, okay, apparently we have a plan, but now we're going to follow the plan, if you will allow me, Shireen. I will refresh your memory. Avoid the patrolling scum. We will reach the sewer canal and follow it to the east almost until the very end. We connect the gas cylinder to the special intake. Ironically enough, it was previously used for cleaning the air. Then we need to turn the valves in a few spots so the gas reaches the correct chamber. And she doesn't even... Great. We have to direct gas while sneaking through a system to a destination unknown. Right. And the final moon, like all the best Razor players, Shireen, we will find the service cogitator and send the gas along the pipes. I'm sure I don't have to remind you that we must do this in complete silence. Alright, let's go.
Keep your wits about you.
Just as he ordained.
I'm surprised that was so... Must have been a very hard check. There's the gas cylinder.
Successful.
Open valve.
I do what I must.
Is there money to be made?
Watch out.
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. That's how it's done. I always keep my options open.
I see what others do not.
Oh, right.
This could be an opportunity.
The machine god grants the insight.
Alright, how many more valves? We got UD and PO3. UD and PO3, so 2 more valves.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Showing up
Shit.
uninvited? How improper.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, so I just have to go and kill Falcon. But I have a feeling this just executes her crew. Yep, alright, so reload. And what we learned there was that there is a guard in one position where you can't see until you're like on top of him. And 2, this is kind of messy. See, a learning experience.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Through there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Reload. Or I went too fast.
Is there money to be made?
See what I mean by this quest is irritating?
I always keep my options open.
We should deal with this. Over there!
Searching is my observance. This
Okay.
explorator is blessed with multifunctionality. Operation successful.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
I always have a backup plan.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Just as I was taught.
See, yeah, I got distracted and missed this valve last time.
Just as I planned.
There's 3. We're gonna throw down a save. So we don't have to do the intro at least again. We can't be on
I'm
that.
still new to the art of exploring.
The machine
Keep
god
your wits
grants
about
me
you.
insight.
Alright, yep, so we've seen 4 valves.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure. Let us not dawdle. I always get the job done. What do we have here? That's how it's done. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Fuck! Reload.
I always keep my options open.
We should deal with this.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
I always have a backup plan.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
One moment, please. Okay, there we go.
I will lead us to fortune. Keep your wits about you. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Okay, and we'll put him here. Oh, slightly further back, just in case. And we'll move up once that guy goes that route. And we're just gonna do the save again. Because this is not a fun place. And it gets rather annoying rather quickly. You know, because the thing is that I am a rogue trader. I should have at the very least silence weapons, so I can just tap.
Over there.
Just as I planned. Is there money to be made?
Okay, that's the room. Where's the damn valve? Why do I have a feeling that the valve is now backwards?
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Annoying place of annoying things.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaties on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, we're back to the beginning, and there's no valve. Oh, that dude has automatic legs.
I do what I must.
See if somehow I missed something over here somewhere. I don't think I did.
Always
No.
keep your eye on the price.
There was a valve.
Just as he ordained.
There was a valve.
Is there money to be
There
made?
was a valve. There's 3.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
Yeah.
I always keep
There's
my
not a valve
options
to there.
open.
So where is the last bloody valve? Google, save us! Okay. It says... The valve I need is forward. So I need to find out where that patroller is, because I need to go ahead. You know, I'm a fairly decent shot. Fairly certain I have a silenced rifle. Or at least I have I have a Magos with me. I can make one. Wait for the patrol because I need to go that way.
I know how to take risks.
Yep, there we go.
Let us not
Must be
dawdle.
my smuggler's instincts.
I always get the job done.
Rune carved carved shuriken cannon. No, I do not necessarily need artillery. Conmilitum badge.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright. No. Alright, valves complete. We're gonna do another save. So the valve portion of this job is now complete. Yay!
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I always have a backup plan. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Operation successful.
Okay. I thought we just did that. No. Oh, look. Level. Yay.
I always
That
keep
that
my
should have given
options
me, yeah.
open.
No. It did not give me a bunch. It gave me 40. Okay, she's waking up her people. Tora seems to be beaten. Do it. Just fucking kill them. Well, Shireen, from now on, you can sleep. Well, can sleep soundly. The foulest ward on his roasted body is finally burnt off by none other than Jay Haddadi. Of course, you did all the work. so much work you did. And her wonderful patron, of course. I was just looking up about Pascal's buff. It seems to be a buff of some point of some sort, but I have no idea what it does. I'll admit I'm still struggling to wrap my head around what happened. I need you to go through the things. My guys, I'm sure I'll have advice instructions to hand out. As for our little adventure, yep. You know, I would just kill them all. I mean, seriously. If any of them have any loyalty to their boss, they're going to come after you, and you're going to need to kill them. Back to our ship. Return to ship. We are done here. So we got the quest for Cassia. One moment, I'm fighting with technology, as happens. Alright. Okay, so. Oh, ship has a boo-boo. Fix that. Alright, Cassia wants us to go to the Orcelion Prophecy. Ritual to perform there. I'm not even sure what ritual. Oh, okay. So it's to the Orcelion Prophecy. Which way do we go? I'm betting this is going to be the fastest way. Wait, what? Has been apprehended by the forces at the scene of a crime. Eyewitnesses saw her assault and kill the esteemed Trader Majoris, so she killed my chief medic. And she confessed. However, the penalty for murder of a senior officer is death. However, given Mr. Cabela's honorable service and her special status, I dare not... Yeah. Alright. We'll go and see what our murder kitten wants. Where? Yes, take me to see her. What? Because she doesn't just... Well, okay, not that she doesn't kill people. Yeah, bring Cabela up. Let's talk to her. Lord Captain of Murder has been... Yeah, Lord Murder. Yes, that is my title. I am now Lord Murder. Has been committed on the ship. The victim is one Leonard Forius, Charge and Majoris. The perpetrator was apprehended at the scene of the crime, admitted her guilt, and did not resist. Okay, the Forius clan has invoked the ship's tradition and summoned somebody to testify on behalf of the deceased. Okay. Yeah, that's a word. When there is no one to speak for the deceased person in court, the representative is entitled to seek assistance from a member of the whatever's guild. Their duty is to know and remember each and every person on the ship so that they can defend the interests of the deceased and represent them in court. They study the victim's entire life history to gain the most detailed impressions of the person, of their personality, deeds, and aspirations. The guild was founded by one of your distant ancestors, and to my knowledge, they only exist on this ship. Because that, of course, my people would be, yeah, rogue traders, yo. Yeah, why is the whatever speaking for like Forius? Does he not have family? Oh, so the clan doesn't want to actually bring, charges against the murder kitten and my companion. For good reason. And the esteemed Lethard never made any courageous friends in his life, having always preferred his work. Okay. Tell me about the circumstances. And eyewitness accounts didn't give us much. The deceased and the murderer had a brief conversation, following which Mistress Cabela beheaded the Chirurgeon Majoris. The witnesses did not overhear. Is it true that you killed him? Yes, it was me. Why? The heartless man enjoyed what he did. His work should have been a holy mission of service. The pain of thousands should have been a sullen sacrifice, yet he derived pleasure from it. It was repulsive. The Undying One never listened. Oh, so she just decided to kill him because she had a moment. I told you we didn't like this. Why should anyone listen to little old Jay? Jay? Uh-oh. Her colors have changed. See, this is actual tangible information. Jay is just being catty. Her colors have changed. The scarlet and the gold are drowning in the rage of muddled crimson, the misty blues of sorrow, and the impenetrable greens of doubt. These shades are all in conflict, melding together in a frenetic tapestry. And then Solomon. She was never sane to begin with. Well, she is a member of a death cult, dude. She's kind of a beyond Imperial law at the best times. Judging lunatics is a thankless duty. The more important thing is to address that her cult is guilty of having drilled the notion of chosenness into her head. The whole sect must. You can't judge it. No. Alright, let us hear from the victim's representative. The esteemed Ledar served the voidship and dynasty for many years. He treated the sick and gained new knowledge as his trade commanded. He saved many, but he himself was not saved. He caused Mistress Cavella no grievance. He never offended her. He merely answered her questions regarding his work. Whereupon he was attacked. And because it's Cabela, means she needed one strike. And so he has the right demand of reckoning. The death of his murderer be a lawful and proportionate retribution. The heartless man did more than heal people. He maimed them too, tortured them, killed them slowly, and observed. And there was another like the heartless man, a Xenos in the dark city, who lorded over flesh and oversaw unholy resurrections. They were both punished by the same corruption, that of Fubers. Oh. So what we're seeing now is what happens when a death cultist has PTSD. Oh, I don't have any therapists for this, and even if I did, I couldn't armor them enough for Cabela. He treated the sick and gained knowledge. The boots of those who walk into this path of wisdom leave bloody footprints. It is the rule that has existed long before the esteemed. Whom specifically did Forius torture? Unimportant people, common people, doomed people. It was the esteemed Lettard's way of thinking does a doomed leper care whether the disease or knife is causing them pain? It is the formula for a medicine which could cure distinguished officer not worth the lives of few dozen commoners and turned test subject. With the knowledge he gained, he invented a multitude of balms, antidotes, and treatment methods that went on to save thousands of lives. When you were brought in and placed on his table, burned by the fire, you had passed through, he saved you. The methods you used to keep your body alive have been tested on inhabitants of Loading Bay 8, as had the scar removing techniques. Were their lives true worth of yours? The esteemed letters thought that they were. That's a bit heretical. His methods are a bit revolting. His methods were efficient. Not only have you as only one who has never lain upon an operating table would prefer a principal dealer over a competent one. I've learned enough. For his clan, yeah, we'll just, I'm gonna pay for it. I humbly declare that the esteemed Leonard was indifferent to the fortunes, good or otherwise, of his strange people whom he has made them rich, and that he would not be satisfied with his ruling. I cannot be put on trial. None have the right to judge a spinner of death, and this is true. That's the thing. They can't actually. She's a member of the Death Cult. They are. She is beyond their law. Oh. It's the head spinner. Only he can judge. Hi, Grandpa! You have strayed from the thread. You have doomed the tenets of the Bloodspun Web to oblivion. What a sorry end. For me, not for you. For I am compelled to usher my apprentice's soul to the other side before it is my time to go. Why have you come here, Vizier? You're not killing my kibbles. It's just not going to happen. I will shoot you and the rest of the enforcers and drown this ship in the blood of all of you. You're not killing her. Alright? She literally soloed a Gene Stealer patriarch. Alright? Not going to happen. To take the one who no longer sees the tenets to give her to him. She is dangerous. To pacify her forever. Such is my duty, and so it must be. Did he whisper my name to you? I do not believe you, Mentor. I am loyal to him. You must have me confused. You must have been confused. Yeah, what is happening to her? She is not herself. The second spinner is in the throes of a spiritual ailment we call doubt, the most terrible ailment. Though harmless and lay folk, deadly to us, for a doubtful spinner will stray from the destined thread into bloodthirsty madness. Doubt brings them to the undying one before their time. Doubt will kill more people than anything else. Our service is demanding. It requires clarity and a sense of purpose, and that she no longer possesses. Long have I sensed the seeds of anxiety in her, but I had hoped her reason would prove stronger and prevail. Alas, now I see the mark of despondence upon her. Alas, I know that I am not mistaken. Yeah, there must be a way to help her. How would one heal the soul of another, Doman? She is fighting a losing battle inside her mind, one she has all but lost. We cannot enter her mind, we cannot reach out a hand, although... You could. A thread binds the Doman and Shadow together. A rare thread. A shared thread. Will that connection be enough for your soul? Yeah, we're gonna save her. Then seek a steward of souls, an artisan. He will put you into a psycher's trance, allowing your minds to become one. You have a full chapel of astropaths, Doman. One of them will surely do you that service. See that their guidance is strong, for inside her soul you will encounter monsters. A doubt-ridden mind is a dangerous place. Sure. Yes. I know I love it. I'll deal with it later. You know, I got a lot of praying people on my bridge these days. That makes me not happy. even meet a fate worse than death. Yeah, it's called becoming demon host.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Hello, Wise. How are your ghosts, Wise? The mistakes of the past no longer haunt me. Not my dreams were in reality, but I remember every single one. Yeah, I need to put me in Cabela's head. A synchronized trance is a complex telepathic practice. Things can go awry unless both participants trust each other and have a strong spiritual connection. However, I can sense that you do. I would be honored to be your guide during the ritual, Lord Captain. But remember, it is easy to get lost in another person's thoughts and fears of others' house monsters. Yep, put us in the box. Put us in the murder kitten mind. Nothing bad will happen. It'll be fine. Big thumbs up. Fine. Oh, it's one of these. Lovely. A shackled mind cannot comprehend the wisdom contained herein. Therefore repeat, he is death. Release your breath with each word. Cleanse your thoughts. He is death. Truth lies in death. Free your soul from the body's cage. Become nothing. He is death. Now that your heartbeat is in a perfect line and your vision is shrouded in dusk, you have almost reached a state of purity and balance. Heed. No human will see death before their time. That is the delusion of the living. Heed. To which we say, a strong spirit can travel there and make the journey back. Heed the tale of the great Dolmen Yuri, who descended into the kingdom of the dead to retrieve his shadow. He is death. Earth and death are one. They are snatched from a place of warmth and sent blood covered into an unfamiliar world. Dying is the same. The Dolmen, too, learned this as he opened his eyes and found himself in the lower decks, lying in a cold coffin. He beheld his ship drifting through nothingness, an adamantine giant's corpse, its skeleton moaning from the winds of entropy. A tempest of rust was gnawing at its plasteel bones, twisting its vein-like cables while machine oil oozed down its bulkhead-like length. Had the Dolmen been alone, he would have lost his way inside the ship's mangled bowels, but a guide reached out to hand him. The spirit of old Veni Zachary, I'm assuming, yeah, had loyally followed Dolmen to the other side. Oh, alright, there's more. I was like, wait, what monster are we talking about? In the labyrinth of the thereafter, the gazing pierce of Veni Zachary discerned the thorny path of the halls of death. The loyal servant swore to protect his lord. Together the Dolmen and the Veni made their way through the malformed frame of the ship. From the cold catacombs to the lower decks, they traveled up into the fires of the ship's crematorium. Tongues of flame licked at them, yet they did not burn. Columns of the dead marched toward them to be turned into ash in the fire. The Dolmen and Veni walked toward the dead in turn. At the gate of the crematorium, their path was blocked by the executioner, a sentinel made of metal spikes and coiling blades, with roaring flame and pale, bleeding bodies writhing within. Such is the blade that has lost the strength of the tenants. A murderous monster, no longer driven by faith, but by dark desires. The Dolmen saw the fight was inevitable and prayed. The beast prostrated itself and began to tear its own body apart. For the words of true faith pacify even the worst of evils with a sense of shame and self-loathing. And a card of his tarot appeared in the Dolmen's hand. It was the God Emperor, and the first doubt was dispelled. He is dead. Veni Zachary led the Dolmen out of the hot furnace of the crematorium. They walked past the long columns of the dead. Frayed was their attire. Their bones scraped against their augmetics, scratched their decrepit flesh. They were moaning sorrowfully, and the sound made the memory fade away. The Dolmen saw that the dead were carrying an ark. Inside the ark was a thing. A lost child cocooned in silk. A lost child cocooned in silk, shedding crimson tears for the unknown. The living carried her as a servant would carry their lady. Loudly lamented their fate. such as a blade mired in broodings over lost past, a helpless child paralyzed by regret. Lest he sink into the soft rot of their wails, the Doman and perish the Doman. Fellowship. And the lost child's tears were dried, and with a meek sigh she returned to nothingness, for mercy too can be the blade of that brings peace. And the card of his tarot appeared in the Doman's hand. It was Star. And the second doubt was dispelled. He is dead. And the old Benny led the Doman to the upper decks, and the Doman entered the officers' chambers. The web of veins adorned the walls, entangling the precious trophies and statues were bound in intertwining sinews. And high upon the balcony, the dismembered judge wailed as he attempted to reassemble himself with his pale hands. But his movements merely tightened the tangle of flesh, turning the chamber into a snare. Such is the blade, tangled and trapped in misunderstood teachings. A hapless creature that does not know its place in the world. In order to continue the journey, logic. We reassembled the judge. And the judge became whole again, and regained his comprehension for the world. For one who is wise can make whole that what is broken. And a card appeared of his tarot appeared in the Doman's hand. It was the rogue trader, and the third doubt was despair. He is dead. The flagship's ridge was draped in skulls and webs, and pale souls of the dead flocked to the foot of the throne upon which sat the undying emperor. My ship. Mine. You go back to Terra. Is my ship. And the pale souls of the dead flocked to the foot of the throne upon which sat the undying emperor, the protector of mankind. May his praises be innumerable. Starlight shone coldly in his eyes of the skull, and the galaxy rested in his mighty hand. The Doman approached his throne and... Yeah, mine. The eyes of the Undying One's skull flashed ominously, for he was the Doman of the entire race, and any and every throne was his throne. But he did not stoop to destroy the brazen Doman, for it is not yet his time to go. And then the Undying One spoke, and these words were to be preserved in your heart as the greatest of prayers, for they sprang from a source that was and is the holiest of all things. I know you, Doman. I know your heart, and fervent faith that dwells within it. I know your readiness to serve me, and I accept it. Your spirit has been weighed and found worthy. The Undying Emperor, may his praises be innumerable, said no more, and it was the Doman's turn to speak. And speak the Doman did, saying that he come to find a shadow and rescue her. Still my chair, dude. I don't care that you say you have it. It's my chair. You have your own very shiny throne on Terra. Much more grander, much more opulent than mine. The skeletal fingers stirred, and Doman's shadow loomed out of the darkness beside his throne. She was bound in black chains and asleep. The Undying One was silent. Now was the time to offer a payment, as death would give nothing away without payment in return. And the Domus promised the Undying One the life of any See, I'm not going to trade myself for Cabela. That's stupid. That's heretical. Yeah, any enemy we find, we'll kill them. Those were true words, for he valued his chosen service and who accomplished incredible feats and brought him great trophies. The Doman was one of them by nature, and this was known by all. Then the Undying Emperor leaned over the Doman and drove a skeletal finger right into his heart. Ow! And pulled at a scarlet thread of his soul. And the soul trembled, stretched to the limit. It was then a revelation came to the Doman. A life must be paid for a life. And the name of the revealed to him was Nakai Erebus. And that was the life the Undying One demanded. Dolman agreed to the price. An oath of blood was sworn and the chains fell from the Dolman's shadow, yet she remained silent and motionless. For she saw no sense in leaving the halls of death to her, to which the Dolman told her that he had been waiting for her, had missed her, and come to claim and keep her. The Dolman in his shadow left the bridge of the Undying Emperor, may his praises be immortal. Praise be unto him. And their path was strewn with his tarot cards. Among them, the Dolman saw the card of the executioner, who carries out sentences and begins a violent end, which he did not begin. Among them, the Dolman saw the card of the lost child, who was torn from her roots and her support, but carries within her the still hidden seeds of a promise to recover them someday. Among them, the Dolman saw the card of the judge, who weighs and separates guilt from innocence and passes his verdict. They descended into the lower bays, lay down in a stone coffin, and closed their eyes. And the Dolman heard the Undying Emperor's voice promising they would meet again and soon. And thereupon their journey ended, and so it was that the Dolman, having seen death before his due time, traveled there and back to walk us the tidings of wisdom. To be free of doubt as you walk along the threads of the blood-spun web. For those who threads lead to him, as does all existence. He is dead. Are you, well, we met death. I remember stumbling. I remember my doubt in the truth of the tenants throwing me off my feet. I remember deciding to kill. And not because I heard a whisper, but because it was the right thing to do. And honestly, probably the right thing to do. Death whispered my name, and for a spinner without a thread is like a sky without stars. They would drown in their own soul's darkness. But you have reminded me of who I am, and that my shameful weakness must be extinguished. This Nakai Erebus is the payment upon the Undying One demands, the price of redemption, the price of freedom. Who is this person? Where are they from? I do not know. Help me find them. Your factotum oversees the archives that contain many names. Yeah, let him find the one that death has spoken, and I will pay the price that was set. For I know I feel all my essence. The death of Nakai Erebus is the key. Nakai Erebus. And the answer to all my questions. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Back to the bridge. Generous. I need to find this person. $15 minutes. It took him 15 minutes. I found them. The Erebus family are a lesser Voidborn clan. They serve in the boarding teams for many generations, spilling blood in the name of the dynasty. In the service of Her Ladyship Theodora, they displayed impeccable heroism on several occasions. Unfortunately, the clan was all but wiped out 2 decades ago during a confrontation with the enemies of humanity. For their valor and sacrifice, Lady Theodora granted the surviving members of the clan nobles, state privileges, and the right to settle on the capital world. It's not common. Yeah, no. Gravity is merciless to the Voidborn, but that does not mean they're incapable of adapting to it. Living on the capital world is a reward worth putting effort for. Alright, so what about Nakai Erebus? The name Nakai appears in ports, but at least a distant woman of board over several centuries. There's no data on any living person with the name. The head of the Erebus family will likely have more information about the last 2 decades of the clan's history on Dragonus. Alright, go on to Dragonus then. Oh yes, we're gonna talk to Jay and finish up her stupid questline. I like how she's standing there right next to the priest.
Sheri, O glorious son of dozens of worlds and billions of subjects, have you come to converse with Jai Hidari about the sweetness of her soul? Or do you wish to speak to a trade representative of the Imperium? Well, does the guise of one of the most powerful people in the Expanse suit me?
I'd like to see you Aurelio's off on that.
You sure about that, my lord? That can be arranged. Oh my, I beg your forgiveness, Shireen. I'm pretty sure the real me would earn herself a one-way trip to the airlock before the end of her first watch.
Yeah, how's your gang?
Like you need to ask Shireen. These Ashmags and Kashaz are tenacious. They lick their wounds faster than the Arji themselves. Tora finally got an implant for her jaw. Now she can speak properly instead of braying like a toothless donkey. She's been recruiting strapping guys and gals too, because Falco culled our ranks. May the Arji savage the soul of that interstellar piranha.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Shireen. And here is what I think. Since the day we first met, I have been tossed about like a boat in a storm. Battered, dashed against the rocks, lashed by the waves. And then I was flung onto the shore, and a fabulous gift washed up beside me. A precious pearl of the deep. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale. And you know what? I enjoyed it. Yes, I was slammed face first into the rocks, and was up to my neck in water. But I finally had a taste of freedom. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. But it was enough to make me dream of it every night. Void, crack and take the Casbalica and the cold trade. As for our mutual business, Sheri, I will remain your loyal partner if you desire. An equal partner.
Yep, it's your choice.
Then it is decided. Starting today, I will sail toward the future I choose. What a thrill it will be to ride the waves wherever they want to take me.
Yep, I'll see you later.
Oh.
I'm gonna go try talking to Pascal, because he has that... No, that's it. Where's my cog bro? Here. Cog bro. You have a weird debuff buff thing.
The omniscient knows all, comprehends all. May your late...
Alright, so we're gonna hit this button, and then we're going to go... Where is it? There he is. It doesn't say, it's just a thing. The on the or... Okay. But we're almost dogmatic 5. That's actually pretty impressive. Alright, so to Dragonus? Yeah, we'll go to Dragonus because I believe we're kind of close to that. Yes, one jump out. Yeah, I trust the navigator's judgment. Yeah, we're gonna deal with this because I need some murder. I didn't even read to see who we're gonna go fight. I'm just gonna go fight a dude. I need some violence. It is time for violence. Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Is there money well made?
Focus, here. Focus.
Cog bro. is down, is out for the fight. You might survive until somebody else's turn, maybe.
Isn't this a job for the...
Not sanctioned to do this.
The best defense is a good offense.
On it. Who if not me? It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally.
Yes. Everybody just line up and hit Cabela. It will end well for you. You know, I need to get her a proper eviscerator. Find her a Sisters of Battle eviscerator. And just watch. Alright, we'll put the skull down there. Medi skull go. Easy heal.
Familiar activated. My vow is to serve. Enemy successfully terminated.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me. I shall not fail. Death is a blessing.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Did his charge do 128? Yeah, he did. He just was like, I'm running that fucker over. And then, yeah.
I will do my duty.
Bro, he's getting double counter now.
I've suffered worse.
Oh well. It wasn't fun. It was entirely too easy. I was hoping for, you know, the bloodletters. The bloodletters are, because if they get in melee range, they can mess you up. But no. Alright. To Dragonis. Oh, that's right. I need to go to Vebos, I believe. Yeah, I need to go to Vebos. You keep going. You were supposed. Yeah, I'm ready to receive the Erebus family. Please don't let them be, you know, that Erebus, because then I'm gonna have to kill them out of sheer necessity. Randor and Gioni of House Erebus, along with their Eris, Mattis, Lorna, Rono, and Lumi. Great, there's a footfish. I do not like this. Officers Randor and Gioni Erebus make both the sons of the Aquila, reverent expressions on their battle-scarred face. Beside them are their children, raised to love the God Emperor. They are mild-mannered but fascinated with their new surroundings. Judging by their uniforms, the two eldest are already members of the PDF. No. Your Lordship, it is a great honor for House Erebus to be invited to the palace. Gioni touches her ever so slightly, gives them an as a token of our great reverence for the Von Valencius dynasty, allow me to present you with a modest relic of the family. Oh, okay, that's going to go on. Oh God, she's going to be so powerful. Cabela gets more Medicaid. How is House Erebus fighting? We are delighted by the favor shown to us, your lord. Life in the capital is much calmer and slower compared to the ship, and I have almost gotten used to the gravity. A crowd, the Dolmen's attention, and this being their first visit, they are nervous. You must give these people time. Let them get accustomed to their surroundings and your presence. Let them wander the hall and taste the food. We will talk to each one individually. They notice the website. Yeah, let us enjoy the evening.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I'll just do this right quick, just so it stops pinging every time it comes up. Alright, the Blade Dancer deals an additional 5 plus weapon bonus divided by... What? Oh God. Yeah. Sure, more damage. You can't have more Medicaid. Yeah, we'll give you Lord Xenos, that's right. Because you need to know how to take our enemies apart.
Keep your wits about you.
Where are they? Ah, there's Mattis. Let us talk to Mattis. Your Lordship, Senior Lieutenant Mattis Erebus, at your service. I hope I won't say something bold if I've always dreamed of serving your flagship. Would it be too much for a modest servant of the dynasty to hope that the Lord Captain might graciously make him part of the crew? Yeah. Okay. She literally just, you know, phase stepped. If Cabela had had enough to eat growing up, if she had not put her body through the grueling trials, if she had not used intoxicants during... Great. Pardon my tactlessness, mistress. I have the strangest feeling we have met before. You were born on a world and absorbed a hive sense. I would have remembered someone who smelled like you like that. I do not. Do you believe yourself fit to serve on the flagship? I have served dutifully in the PDF. Okay, so you even got a medal. So your reasons are your unflinching courage and your love of the stars? There is another reason, but I'm afraid to find it lovely. You see, I always know my destiny awaits for me on the flagship, because ever since I was a child, I've had the same dream over and over. A dark-haired young woman walking barefoot along the decks and me following her footsteps. I would run, but I could never catch up to her. Uh-oh. My father told me that if he felt something of the sort when he met my mother, I believe my future awaits for me there. Yeah, very well, I guess. Let us, uh-oh. Where are the other two? Before we talk to the there they are. Lumi, the footfish, and Rudo. If you're pressing down too hard on the quill, Lumi, look to see how thick your lines are. And the ink hasn't dried. Mother will be livid when she sees this stain on my cuff. Why don't you watch what you're doing instead of lecturing me? How many times has Mr. Rugbar said applying the base colors first, then darker shades? The Erebus children are leaning over a sheet of parchment, arguing passionately. A small, finely made box next to them contains quails and a few bottles of ink. Cabela's shadow hangs over the younger Erebuses, whatever. Her unblinking gaze carefully studies the unfinished drawing and glows grimier still. Your lordship, we are honored to be at Von Valencia's palace. I am Lorna, a pale young woman, slightly shorter than Cabela, with smooth lock of hair. Smooths a lock of hair of her dark hair nervously and has as she stands between her younger sibling and the spinner. Look at the drawing. The parchment is an unfinished family portrait showing the Erebus family and their 4 children. The young child's skill is impressive. But your attention is not drawn to the fine lines and shading, but the sketch of a dark figure added by a still more masterful hand. Our family was once renowned for their courage, but Dragonos has no need for boarding teams. Our parents enjoyed Rono and Lumi in the scriptorium to study religious painting. What's the dark shape? You drew it in, did you not? Mother says the Erebus clan has a sacred guardian that protects us from the shadow, and I thought it would be unfair to draw all of us, but not them. Silly, I know. That is proper, that is honorable. Okay, yep.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, no. It's her family. It is her family. Fuck. Your lordship, allow us to thank you once again for this honor. Though we left the flagship a long time ago, it is a pleasure to be in the presence of the Lord Captain again. We realize that your attention to house was brought on by some matter of circumstances. Please let us know how we can be of service to you, and we will do what you require. A keen observation. Grandor meets Cabela's eyes meets Cabela's as she speaks, but he is not intimidated. On the contrary, the corner of his mouth curves upward slightly and he gives her a respectful nod. Tell me about the Erebus family. Sadly, we are but a shadow of what was once a much more numerous clan. Most of our kinspeople fell in combat, but we believe the Erebus' last battle is yet to be fought. We raise cohorts of successors. We teach new recruits and our own children the ins and outs of void service before they even set foot on board. The new generation are learning to serve in their own way. Our eldest son, Madison, in the Planetary Guard. So is Lorna, our eldest daughter, though she has devoted herself to medicine. And my great surprise and elation, our younger children, Rono and Lumi, have found their vocation in the serving of the God Emperor and the Ecclesiarchy. From this point forward, Mattis will serve on my ship. He is the pride of the Erebus family, its blood, its essence. We are delighted for him to serve you as we used to serve Lady Theodora. Yes. I'm looking for Nakai. Our clan had. We name our children in the honor of past heroes. Mattis and Nakai are Erebus, the twin founders of our family, a great warrior and keeper of knowledge. Legend had it that the great future awaited the bearer of those names. Every Mattis or Nakai Erebus would add renown to the clan, and they would prove faithful assistants to any Lord Captain they serve. But the legends are just that, legends. It is not the names that give people strength, but the faith inside their hearts. Your son bears the name Natus. What can I say? Then why did you name your daughter Lorna? I didn't. They did name a daughter Nakai. We did, but the Emperor took her from us. The Undying Emperor. You were followers of the web? No. Randor and I have always been stalwart in our faith. We revered the Spinner service, but their sacred path was too dark and frightening for us. We may not have understood the deeds of the Bloodsun Web, but we never doubted that the Spinners carried out his will, for they gave all to their duty, and it is a heavy duty, but a true duty always is. Enough. Uh-oh. Cabela's cry brings the Erebus family back together. 6 alarmed faces, 6 people standing shoulder to shoulder like a fortress wall, and one lone grim figure opposite. The shadow peers into their dark eyes, the same as her own. Their pale lips the same as her own. She clenches her face, ignoring the steel claws that pierce her paws. Enough. I know who Nakai Erebus is. And so do I. And Nakai, Zioni Erebus looks at Cabela with strangely concealed fear, but her husband notices her reaction and shakes his head in a warning. No, how could you keep something like to yourself? How could you? Lorna hugs her brother and sister, who cast frightened glances at their parents and the sinister woman with a wry smile. Nakai Erebus, is this me? You mentioned a guardian in the shadows, did you not? Lorna, an unseen shadow, a servant of death. Mother called her Naki. Nakai, Naki, whatever. But I knew she was talking to someone she knew. So all this time, your dreams that were showing you the woman who's destined me not to love my life, but my sister? I didn't know. Do you remember me? I remember what I'm promoted to remember. The tenets of the web, prayers of the Undying One, the names of poison and intoxicants, the names the Vizier gave me. But you, no, I do not remember you. I do not know you. Observe silently. You said the Undying One had taken Anaki, but the Death whispered her name only a short while ago. Whispered. The God Emperor demands a great sacrifice, yet it makes serving him all the more honorable. A few years before Lady Theodora sent our clan survivors to Gronos, the Bloodspun Web's Vizier came to our bay. He said the Emperor demanded the next firstborn of the Erebus clan, that he needed a new spinner. 6 months later, we had twins, a boy and a girl with eyes darker than darkness itself. You were born first, Naki. With sorrow and pride, we gave the Vizier our most precious treasure, for that is how one honors the God Emperor. A difficult choice, but a righteous and devout one. Well, I am dogmatic. The most difficult one of our lives, your lordship, but we knew our daughter was alive and serving in the faith. And as mysterious and bloody as the ways of the service were, there were ways that pleased the Emperor. So if I had been born a minute earlier, that animated corpse standing before you today would have been me. Why doesn't she remember anything? Why was she never told? The ritual of releasing the bird. New bloodspun web recruits undergo it in order to forget their past and devote themselves to the Undying One, and so that is and so that their souls do not suffer. Tell me, Mattis, is your soul in pain? It only hurts because I never knew you all these years. We are here to settle the debt of the Undying One. We now have the name, the person, and the explanation. I know what must be done, so why do I feel the pain of an unseen wound in my heart? Why am I, for the first time in my life, hesitant to sever a thread? All this time, I have been wandering the labyrinth of my mind, but the answer never came to me. What must I do, Doman? How do I end Nakai Aramis? No, we're not killing her family. No. You cannot kill your past. You can destroy the people who are connected to it, but are you truly prepared to murder innocent people to cut yourself free? I must not kill. Must I follow my orders when my entire nature shrinks from it? My heart screams what it is wrong. This is not my will. I could have had a family and a future full of righteous service, a chance for a different life. That was taken from me. Who would I be and how would I serve was decided for me. Yeah. The Vizier forged me into a weapon and stained it with blood. He named a mark. He gave me a mission. Come, Doman. We must descend to the Temple of Death where I will report on my task and ask the Vizier a single question. Why me? You have grown into a fine woman, Nucky. And even though you may be lost now, I know the Emperor will point you right. We are proud of you. My name is Cabela. Yep, my murder kitten. Back to the boat. Because I already bought everything you had, right? Yep. Well, but that only works if I have overseer, which I don't. Yep, to the bridge. To the temple of the bloody web, and to kill an old man, or not, I don't know. I mean, there are questions I don't want answered here. Why can't I go down there? Do I have to talk to Cabela about it? Cabela, let us go to the temple.
Take heed, Nemo. Our blessed Domin honors us with a visit. The one who delivered this ark from the curse of your existence.
I'm ready. Let's present ourselves to the Vizier.
Vizier taught us that there are many like us throughout the Imperium who spill blood in his name. Death cultists, as they call us. He said that no two death cults are the same. Just as there are no two identical stars in the void.
Yeah, oh. Alright, I misclicked.
Come, Domin.
Right, now she's cutting her face.
Let us not dawdle.
He's in full combat kit. So are the rest of the spitters. That's like heavy combat kit. The Vizier whispers a prayer, his masked face turned toward the Undying One's image. Instead of his usual threadbare clothes, he Wears elegant armor of bone and dark gold, marked with purity seals. He turns as he hears you approach. Cabela, I've been hearing your footsteps for a long time, in his whispers. Doman Yuri, Lord of the Ark, it is good to see you are here with her. It is right. The Undying has blessed this union of light and shadow. You greet us clad in armor. Are you preparing for battle? Today is a special day. I have only donned this armor once before, when I was second spinner. That day, I ceased to be the second, but I have remembered the weight of this gold on my shoulders and chest through all the years since. You will understand, my daughter. You will understand soon. Uh-oh. We have learned how Cabela came to be part of the Bloodspun Web. We have met her family. The Undying One's congregation sacrifices the blood of its blood. That is how spinners are brought into the temple, but only those who would serve him of their own violation stay and spin this Bloodspun Web, as Cabela did. Your words are dishonest. The ritual releasing the burden erased me, made me hollow. What will of my own I had, you took from me, and you filled me with yours instead. My daughter, do you believe that you have only served because I set you on the thread of the web? Do you believe you have no faith in him? You know what is not true. You are right, mentor. The path I walk is mine, and I thank you for setting me on it. Cabela has been cured of her affliction. This is true. I no longer see any anguish in her soul, second spinner. I am ready to receive your report. Have you accomplished the task of the Undying One himself set you? The task remains undone. I refuse to complete it. Condemning a life to oblivion is wrong for those who worship death. No one will hurt my family. No one will hurt me. Let the Undying One punish me if he so wills. Silence falls for what feels like an eternity. At last, the Vizier responds to the sadness of an all-forgiving father. That is one of the threads as well, my daughter. I understand you. A harrowing sacrament, a ruthless ritual. I am relieved that it is nearing the end. Everything is coming together just as he revealed to me. Perfection has been sculpted. The affliction I nurtured has been vanquished. The choices have been made, so whence all the sadness, my daughter? The Vizier shakes his head, looking suddenly very human. His shoulders droop and he extends hand toward... Are we dragged to another ritual? A great ritual. Many decades ago, the Undying One revealed through a tarot reading what must come to pass, and I heeded. The Bloodspun Web's path towards gaining its new Vizier was then conceived. A path of discovery, devotion, dying, and resurrection, and purity. Cabela's predecessor stumbled upon that path. So did the next one. I waited. I have lived long past my due time. The Undying One has been waiting for me for so long. What do you mean, the affliction you nurtured? Was it you who doomed Cabela for her suffering? The Undying One laid a thread, and I served as guide. The meeting with you and your world, Dolan. The hunt for the Nemesis, her grim and ghastly doppelganger. The comprehension of her flock's pain. My assignments stirred anxiety in my daughter's soul, as they were meant to. And that feeling that exists between you, those supersede all else. Perhaps. Could I have prevented them from springing up? Smothered them while they were still awake? But I could have, but I chose not to. What do you do now? Cabela will be the new Vizier. Her journey on the Undying One and the choices we'll made will be reflected in the Bloodspun Web new pattern. As for me, I will go to him as I have long awaited. The confusion and alarm in Cabela's face gives way to anger and horror. Her face distorts like a crumpling paper mask as emotions wash over her. Too many emotions for one whose soul has gone dead. I have not yet done all that you have expect me to, have I? That is correct, my daughter. Can you feel it? The proper way this burden must be passed? Uh-oh. We must summon death to these all and glorify him. That which must be done, be done. Still, it is unfair. Yes, it is very unfair. We're going to give an old man to the murder kit. On a scale of war crime, that's war crime. Yes, for I am stronger than you. My high spinner stand with me, and those who swore an oath to protect me and not outlive me. And he too stands with me. His face will emerge out of mine, and may those you choose when you set out along the threads of the web, your comrades, your doman, may they stand with you. Fight. Fight with no regret. Farewell, my daughter. Let us honor the Undying One. Let us honor him.
We'll beg for mercy.
Alright.
I will grant none.
Culties over there. Cabela, we're going to put you there. Pascal, we're going to set you there. Abelard, we're going to put you there. Ah, she got to go first. Wunderbar.
Trust me. The shadows will speak down as the tenants demand.
Break their morale!
Uh-oh.
Death to the heretics!
Ouch.
Weather the storm! Caught by the web. I must not falter.
God, bro. You know, you guys could go and hit Abelard, or... Yep, I'm gonna die.
I can't catch my breath.
I have like 2 hit points left, and there's another spinner on me. I don't know how I'm not dead, but okay.
On it. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
No, I want that shot.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Onward!
Oh, alright, they're gonna hit Heinrichs. Yep.
Weapon at the ready! My faith strengthens me.
Yep, and that's the end of me, because that Slayer's gonna chop me in half. Yep.
The Imperium!
I'm a bio while this... actually, we'll wait for the next round when Cabela gets to go, and she gets to slaughter all these people. Because again, Cabela will carry. Yep, there goes Heinrich.
If I may. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Weather the storm. I must not falter.
Okay, no, that's the one I wanted. I wanted this one. don't you...
Reduced to dust. It will be done. Indeed. Victory is imminent.
Yes, come. Try your hand against Abelard.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Oh, I forgot to put on the thing for her. And I can't do it in combat. Oh, that's fine. She can lose these knuckle dusters, I believe. Oh, no. Yeah, it will replace this one.
Follow my lead.
Ow.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Ow!
Moving out. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
How dare you!
Break their morale. Weapon at the ready.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If only that were possible. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Now, do something! If I may.
Brings me no pleasure.
Running binary override. The Omnissiah knows I venerate you, machine spirits.
Follow my lead.
Setting target parameters for tech familiar units.
My ears are ringing. It will be done. At your beck and call. Indeed.
shall not fail.
No, she is.
This goes against the tenets. No.
Oh no, please not Pascal. Not the cog, bro. No, cause Bella. Or no, my war crime.
Stay vigilant. Follow my lead.
Low momentum. Ability analysis successful. Tech familiar activated.
Actually, you know what? He's not doing nearly as badly as I expected.
I will do my duty.
As honor ordained. As the tenets demand.
You have a very, very impressive amount of dodge. Like truly impressive.
The shadows will see it done. Trust me.
Follow my lead.
Abelard, yep.
I must not falter.
Grey hair, sure hair.
Moving out. Follow my lead.
Break their morale.
Well, that's nice. At least they. Alright,
Setting target parameters for tech familiar units. Request approved.
Onward.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
Aim for the heart next time.
Damn it.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing. As honor ordains.
I mean, you were throwing a lot of blood around, dude. Seriously. Yep, and there goes Pascal. Yep.
Follow my lead.
Fuck's sake. Die! There!
The other side awaits.
Jesus.
Weather the storm. The undying one favors you. Accept his gift.
High momentum.
Indeed. At your beck and call. It will be done. Someone else can do this.
I am your blade and shield. Trust me.
My faith strengthens me. I took care of this one. Stay vigilant. I've suffered worse.
I must not falter.
It's not like Abelard there has a small amount of weapon skill either. Okay, he's fairly durable.
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
As the tenets demand.
One fewer target.
The shadows will see it done.
I will do my duty. Indeed.
I shall not fail. As honor ordains. As the tenets demand.
An exemplary strike.
And we're just standing here pounding on each other now because, like, he can't hit these two, apparently. Because at this point, Abelard has... his parry's gonna be through the bloody roof. So he's just gonna be like, you know what? No.
Victory is
And he's
imminent.
restoring some hit points every turn.
At your beck and call.
And I'm not going to pop the thing because I have a feeling this, if I remember right, this fight has like a second phase or something. Something like
As
really
honor
nasty
ordains.
out of nowhere.
The shadows will see it done.
Bleed more. Yeah, see, every time she makes him bleed, she heals. So, yes, bleed more. almost dead. He's only got 300 or 250 hit points left. We actually hit him.
It will be done.
Yay.
Trust me. I shall not fail.
Oh, but the thing is he's gaining more bleeding stacks. So, you know, we'll take it. Yep, more stuff. BRB bio right quick.
I'll make an example out of you.
These ruby flashes are choking me.
Just a minor setback.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Alright, I'm back. And right. Well, we're gonna go hide behind this rock here. And since everybody died last time, you know, we're just gonna attempt to shoot him a little bit.
Who if not?
Every thread ends in
And I think I just shot one of my own people. Yeah, I shot the fucking bird. Well done, mate.
Won't stop me.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Where's our servo scope? Oh well, it doesn't matter.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I am a navigator, not a servitor. My commands are followed without hesitation.
He has a lot of turns. Alright, the bird just,
Me? If you insist, Lord
Right.
Captain.
where's our Metiskull? Oh, it's not dead. It's floating in him?
Check familiar. Activated.
Is it already running, or? I don't get it.
Running by Derek override. My vow is to serve.
I will do my duty. Target well struck. Indeed.
Strike me a target.
Alright,
Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
okay. That's cheating.
Do not dare ask. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Now, do something! Let your soul be purged.
Cogitation failed. The spiritual prognosis is favorable. Running by and
Why me?
your life is a negligible variable.
Well done, Pascal. Well done, dude. You just literally. Okay. Ow.
Victory is imminent. An exemplary strike. Careful now. At your beck and call. It will be done.
You die on me now.
Okay, there's phase 2 down. Is there yet another phase? No. Okay, thank God. Good drugs. Very good drugs. Clad in the Vizier's armor, Cabela is staring at the spot where just a short time ago lay the body of the man who raised her. Her shoulders are shaking and her head hangs low, but no tears are to be seen and no sobs come from behind her mask of dark gold. Suddenly she throws her head back and a desperate cry full of pain, fury, and regret echoes through the temple. This is not the Vizier nor the spinner you see before, just a daughter who has lost her father. I know this is a ridiculous question, but how are you doing? The tenets of the web never teach us never to regret or hesitate. But I could never have imagined that I would one day have to make this a choice this painful. I did what had to be done. But that pain does not quell the grief. That does not quell the pain. I know he is the Undying One's hands, but that does not soothe the grief. Jesus, I can't speak today. But I sought vengeance against him, but I feel his absence already. I am sorry, losing a mentor is hard. He was more than that. He was both a friend and a father. Yeah, did I just see the God Emperor in the flash? Was that how you saw him sell the Vizier? You saw an image of death in him, but it was only an image. Fumes of the sacred intoxicant blessed our ritual. But what you saw and killed was a mere man. The Undying One does not come to the living. We come to him. Am I to call you the Vizier now? I do not want to lose my name as my mentor lost his, but no spinner will ever speak it again, for I am their Vizier. Yet you are my dolmen, and I am your shadow. Let me remain Cabela to you at the very least. Yeah, well, it becomes Bloodspawn Wedla. Change lies ahead. Traveling with you is many insights. We have been lurking in the shadows for too long. That was why we failed to prevent the Nemesites' crimes or to foil the Abomination's plot. That was why we failed to protect Dolmen Theodora, and I will not let anything like that happen to you. The blood-spun web will stretch its threads out from the shadows and absorb new blood. We will open the temple to those among our congregation who wish to serve the flagship and the Undying One. We will grow our numbers. We will train fighters. We will share the Enforcer's duties and fortify them with our skills. We will shun defending our grounds and confinement, and we will go on the offensive. Uh-oh. We will no longer be unseen guardians. We will become his soldiers and yours. But now, it studies the spinners. Her voice thunders under the temple's vaultness. Bow now before your new Vizier. Death salute you.
What torments you?
That fight, actually. That was the second fight where we literally
Rise
just got
to
our
the
asses
top
kicked the
or get
entire
left
fight.
in the dust.
Back to the bridge. Show me the way. We're going back to the bridge. And I think today that is where we're going to call it. I really do now honestly think we are done with DLC 2 finally. Or DLC 1, finally. I think that was the last bit of it. We will go, before we finish off today, we'll look at Cabela's new kit. Because she did get shiny new kit. Because she is a good murder kit. She now has dual blades, which we're going to take from her because great sword is great sword. And by its nature of being a great sword, is just automatically better. Bygone Sorrow. Okay, I don't really run blood stat. Bloodvest is what? I think I have a thing that I can equip to her. Oh yeah, that's right. Her Medicaid thing. Because it's what, 10 enemy? Yeah, 10, every time they kill an enemy, they get 10 Medicaid. Versus 16. So after 2 kills, which is generally her first fucking turn, she'll be better off than she had with the previous thing. Oh, okay. But we want to compare those armors, because this doesn't seem very good. What is it? Yeah, see, this is actually better for her, because she gets a weapon skill bonus to parry and agility bonus to dodge, and her weapon skill her weapon skill is 8, and her agility is 7. So I mean, she has really good skills there. So 66, 137, 95 versus 66, 140, 95. And I don't have her spec'd in twin swords. So, because for that you need dual wielding trait. I don't think she has it. I somehow missed having that ability. Lord Xenos. So yeah, that's where we'll end it for today. I'll go through and do the leveling process because nobody needs to see all that. And next time we will attempt to go do Cassia's thing. So thank you all for watching. We will be back on Monday. Yes, Monday. So